to all the people in the world who believe in democracy and freedom. I speak in broken English because I am a teacher. I learn broken English to people. So, but you can understand. The explosion of Beirut, it is in the port, but around the port, there are a lot of civilian people who live in all the building. It is a storage of armament, missile, munition for the terrorist organization, gangster bandits named HUZBOLLAH. Now, in case like this, it's one. It's clear they are more. This organization, terrorist named HUZBOLLAH, take some politician and let them in the power, profit from the power and from corruption money. To give you an example, the party politic of Michel Aoun, who is nomination by HUZBOLLAH to be president, it's a party not nationalist. It is a party personal to profit. They put their people in the public, competent or not competent, by salary. They nomination their people to be secretary. They spend in one department named Department of Energy $40 billion, and there is no electricity. When the German company named Spinners proposed to Lebanon a motor of electricity who this machine can produce 400 megawatt, can have light, lumiere, electricity for the city, the second city of Lebanon named Tripoli in the north of Lebanon, and the suburbs of the city. 400 megawatt. Cost $80 million. They can put this motor sophisticated in 3 months. They spend $40 billion and there is no electricity. To tell you, they let them to corrupt, profit from the public office, from president for Lebanon to prime minister to speakers of the House and MP, and make corruption to have money. Because anytime they can open their mouth, they open their file. To give you an example, the corrupt people who was associate from 1992, associate and protected and nomination by the terrorist regime of Assad family in Syria. After the assassination of former Prime Minister Rafiq Hariri, because you want to see the service secret of Iran, Syria, and HUZBOLLAH, they executed these terrorist acts and killed the nationality people in Lebanon, beginning by Hariri. They move all these billions, $467 billion, for overseas. A newspaper, Genève Le Matin, make a report, said they propose to the government of Lebanon. Who government? All slave to HUZBOLLAH, to the terrorists of HUZBOLLAH organization. If you need, we can tell you all the account of the Lebanese in Geneva in 1 week. Genève le matin. They move from Geneva to Luxembourg, $154 billion to Luxembourg, the Lebanese corrupt people in Lebanon. The same in these gangster bandits in Venezuela. They do the same. And they leave the people poor. In Venezuela, from Iran to Beirut, you go through the Fertile Crescent, was very beautiful area. Iraq, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon. Jordan is stable because the family Hashemite are wise and they know politics and they are wise, they don't like war. You ask me now, after all this, what is the solution? The solution in Iraq, we hope the new Prime Minister to success in make stability for his country Iraq. In Syria and Lebanon and Iraq. Iraq now, I told you they are a new government, new Prime Minister who try. If you success, congratulations. If you don't success, we need, like Syria and Lebanon, make a new government in exile, represent the Syrian people, and the other represent Lebanese people. Who they are in the camps or demonstrated from 17 October until now in Lebanon, in all Lebanon. To make the first manifest, we need to see the administration, any administration in power of a state of Israel as a leader of the Fertile Crescent. We go without nothing in a paper, very simple word. We say to Israel, as a state, you are leader of the Fertile Crescent. Did arrive the time that the interest of Israel make order, because it is our interest for our people in the camps, poor, miserable, living in Lebanon, miserable, living. The people don't have to eat. Health very bad. If you have any interest to make a new order in the Fertile Crescent, any plan you propose, we are ready to accept it. Any plan. You want to make a new Sykes-Picot for the Fertile Crescent, we accept it. We, as population in this area near you, we are your market. We change all our system demagogue to the new generation. The first language will be Arabic, second language will be Hebrew. Economiquement, we are your market. Military, we don't want military. We need military to make order, a training by the Israeli military, and they will be in their post. they will be like the Israeli army and allies. We will be their allies. Our service secret in all these fertile crescents, so beautiful fertile, will be at the image of the Israeli army and link and coordination with them. Our central bank will put all the money of central bank in the central bank of Israel. All our correspondence banking goes through Israeli banking. It's what we have to propose. If it is in your interest, we are ready. We are weak. We lose everything. We need a country. God, He sent you that you are our neighbor and to make order for a new order for the fertile crescent. Terrorists as the regime of Iran, Syria, HUZBOLLAH, and Hashad al-Sha'bi militia in Iraq. They destroy everything. Where is the interest of the state of Israel to continue like this? It is the proposal. Now it was exposed the secret storage of the organization terrorist HUZBOLLAH in the port of BEIRUT. And I'm sure a lot of places they have storage too. I feel sorry for Abbas Ibrahim, Director General of the Sûreté Générale. He come to cover. What do you want to cover? It's not for you to cover and said it is all the explosion captured by the army. Quel mensonge. What is this liar? What is this? What is this liar? More than because it is biological armament. All the people who has heart disease or cannot respire, there are many diseases, or la poitrine, the chest, they want to be died. They are approximately 3,000, 3,500 people injured. Until now, 60 are dead, and it's continuing. For what? For one criminal. You remember, in the Second War, one organization named Nazis, they massacre all these innocent people, and they destroy Europe because they have disease in mentality. Mental. Michel Aoun is one of them. Hassan Nasrallah is one of them. They try to educate a new generation by two slogans: death for America, death for Israel. Why, we don't know. They want a slogan to use people. For what? So now, it's the beginning, and will be continued. We need only your support. Support, it's mean when you hear some voice believe in democracy and democrat, in democracy and the freedom, that you listen what they said. It is a storage of armament to kill who? To kill the Lebanese people and throw missile to to the population of Israel. What they do, Israel. Let me to give you, please, little. We have truce, Lebanon and Israel. Israel never broke this truce, never, until when the Lebanese, a crazy, basing by Jean Abed and his father-in-law, he want to make him president of Republic. His name Emil el-Bistani, and after him he will be president of Lebanon. Crazy. They sign agreement named Fatahland, give in the south of Lebanon for the PLO management by Fatah. They are free to do what they want. They begin to attack Israel, North Israel, by Katyusha. What they want to do, the Israel, they want to defend themselves. And in one time, they was obliged General Ariel Sharon, Secretary of Defense, to arrive to Beirut to break PLO. There is no one in Lebanon, a Christian especially, say thank you, Israel. Only Camille Shaman. What they do now, they bring Hezbollah, say yesterday Secretary of Defense in Lebanon. They never saw in her life culotte, underwear white. Who she is? What is her education to talk? Which university? Stanford, Harvard, MIT, Yale, Georgetown, Princeton, Columbia. She said, if Israel make mistake, we want to elimination Tel Aviv. Do you know? One Secretary of Defense can talk like this. By what you can elimination city like this? By your nuclear bomb? By what? This education of Hezbollah, it is the wrong way. This organization must to go to prison, and all the regime of Iran, President by Ali Khamenei, must to go to prison. Hezbollah and all his allies, all the party who are support him, must to go to prison and must to be investigated for all the corrupt and the billion of dollars who they have overseas in Europe and Asia and Asia. I talk a lot. It is all the game. How explosive? By mistake, by chaleur, the heat, because they are not professional to fix. Maybe they want to bring something, they make mistake and explode. If you see the explode, what is the name of the city? Chernobyl. Like a Chernobyl. We ask all the people who believe in democracy and the freedom, only following us, your support only when you hear all video like this. It's important for us and for the people in Venezuela too. Thank you, and thank you very much. We must to fight. We must to fight this terrorist regime and organization. We must to support the state of Israel, our neighbor to the south. C'est notre devoir to support our neighbor in the south, the Israeli people. Thank you, and thank you very much.